Tina Turner's iconic power ballads like What's Love Got to Do With It can elicit jubilant sing-alongs, but the songstress has dealt with a lot of pain in her life, and some of it has had a lasting impact. Saying farewell to her fans on her final tour back in 2009, Tina Turner has been in retirement for over a decade. Yet, if you want to see live performances from the Queen of Rock and Roll, you're in luck. Airing on BBC Two, Tina Turner at the BBC plays tribute to the star by showcasing her live performances throughout the decades. In the 1960s, Tina Turner sang A Fool in Love when she was in the well-documented abusive relationship with Ike Turner. It's a dark period in her life that continues to plague the 81-year-old. In a candid feature-length documentary titled Tina, her second husband, Erwin Bach, revealed the singer has dreams about the abuse. It's like when soldiers come back from the war. It's not an easy time to have those in your memory and then try to forget, he said. Tina added, "For a long time I did hate Ike, I have to say that. But then, after he died, I really realized that he was an ill person." Recurrent nightmares of past trauma is a sign of post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. The NHS classified PTSD as an anxiety disorder caused by very stressful, frightening or distressing events. These symptoms are often severe and persistent enough to have a significant impact on the person's day-to-day life, said the NHS. PTSD can develop immediately following the disturbing event, or weeks, months, or even years later. Effective treatment methods include trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, EMDR. What's more, Tina has also suffered from ill health in her older age. Tina had a stroke in 2013, which involved the singer learning to walk again. Then 3 years later, she was diagnosed with kidney failure and intestinal cancer. Her beloved Erwin donated one of his kidneys to help Tina survive, and surgeons removed the intestinal tumor. "I have gone through some very serious sicknesses," Tina said on a YouTube vlog. The NHS explained a stroke occurs when the blood supply to part of the brain is cut off. It's a medical emergency. This is another way to describe bowel cancer, which is when cells begin to multiply abnormally, forming a tumor. This is another way to describe bowel cancer, which is when cells begin to multiply abnormally, forming a tumor. Kidney disease can cause tiredness, swollen ankles, feet or hands, shortness of breath, feeling sick, and blood in the urine. Tina Turner bids a final farewell to her fans across the globe in a tearjerker of a film that showcases how she's had to overcome a painful past to finally find happiness. Though she's enjoyed a glittering career on stage, Tina Turner's personal life has been plagued by ill health. The What's Love Got to Do With It hitmaker, 81, bids a final farewell to her fans across the globe in a tearjerker of a film that showcases how she's had to overcome a painful past to finally find happiness. The feature-length documentary titled Tina is set to be shown on Sky later this month and sees the proud Mary singer look back at her younger years for the first time on camera. Tina was forced to face several health battles at the peak of her career. Tina opens up about suffering from a stroke, as well as her cancer battle. What's more, Tina had kidney failure which led to her desperately needing a transplant in 2017. On top of that, Tina told of how she wants to enter the final chapter of her life out of the spotlight after enduring a life of abuse. She reveals she lives with a form of post-traumatic stress disorder which stemmed from the domestic abuse she suffered at the hands of her first husband, Ike Turner. Looking back at her life, the singer admits that she hasn't had a good life. "The good did not balance the bad," she said. "I had an abusive life. There's no other way to tell the story. It's a reality. It's a truth. That's what you've got," so you have to accept it. Some people say the life that I lived and the performances that I gave, the appreciation, is blasting with the people. And yeah, I should be proud of that. I am," she added. "But when do you stop being proud? I mean, when do you? How do you bow out slowly? Just go away?" Despite the pain she suffered in her personal life, Tina finally found eternal happiness when she met her second husband Erwin Bach.